Yeah, yeah.
So, yo, welcome to Simple Beats, your boy P. You know what it is. Hit the subscribe button. Today we have honestly, I would say a special guest. This is man. Right now he's already a living legend. If I could put it that way. Raymond Cowels the third.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
That's me.
welcome to the show. So, how's things going in Sopot right now? Since you're in Poland, Sopot, and I see y'all played so far, if I'm not off, 8 games in the regular season. And actually, y'all playing some cup. I'm not sure which one it is, but yeah, how's things going so far this season for you?
Uh, yeah. So first, I appreciate it, man. The that title is crazy, but the season is going well, man. Like we started off. The expectations were a little bit funny for the team outside
Yeah.
because they kind of rebuilt from last year. So we had
Okay.
different expectations. But I think that we're doing well as a team. We got a bunch of wins under our belt, and we're playing in the FIBA Europe Cup, which is a growing competition. I would say it's the bottom of all of the European competitions, but now we made it to the second round, and the teams are getting a lot tougher.
Okay. Okay. Alright, cool. So, your season so far, yeah, is still looking, yeah, looking great. How has it been for you? This is for you. This is year. Am I off if I say year like 12 as a pro, 13? Like, where we at? Where we at?
Nah, but yeah, you're not off. I can say like we can say it like this. It's been 13 years, but
Yeah.
12 years on as a pro. So yeah, man, it's been a wild ride. It's been crazy. I'm definitely blessed to be able to play this long. Like, thank God for my legs and my mental stability, and being and being away from the family and creating a life over here. So it's been definitely a journey, and it's been a lot of fun.
Okay. So and yeah. So right now, yeah, year 13. But listen, I mean, guys don't really normally, no matter what. I mean, let's talk sports in general, man. Playing
Yeah,
13 years itself, it's yeah, that's tough, man.
yeah. It
That's
was
tough.
it was tough. It's been tough. I think about it sometimes. Like, some people spend like 13 years as a career. Like, I know guys that have been 13 years in a factory, putting boxes together,
Yeah.
and they're happy with that, and so I'm just thankful to be able to do it for 12 seasons, 13 years to put the ball in the basket.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, you're definitely blessed. But I mean, blessings or not, that it comes with hard work and. For what I can
Yeah,
see, exactly. I've watched your tapes. You definitely can play. And so, which we're gonna start off with. Where in this? So you born in the states, all that. Where you from?
yeah, correct. So I was born in Chicago, and then I moved to
Oh,
Minneapolis when I
okay.
was at a really young age. So I grew up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's actually kind of
Okay, so
the
so you didn't grow up in Chirac.
No, I did not. They got me out of there. I don't know what would happen to me if I grew up over there.
Oh,
Who
no,
knows? I might not.
great choice.
Yeah, parent. I thank my parents for that every day. Uh, so it was definitely a lot nicer to grow up in Minneapolis. Still had its
Okay.
challenges, but it was a lot better. And I could say Minneapolis is probably like a underrated still. I don't know how, but underrated basketball mecca of the world.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, you did grow up with. Since we were Minneapolis, what young KG, which is a really today's low key I've forgotten super legend, man. When you think about it, like
Yeah.
that you grew up firsthand, actually seeing in I mean in this in the having that part of that basketball impact he had in the same city as growing up. Did you get to see him play?
Yeah, man. So like I said, I've been blessed to find my talent early. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I've been this height since I was about 12 years old, though. So KG was pretty much my
Ah.
KG was pretty much my idol growing up. And there was this time we
Okay.
got invited to an open gym. You know, a lot of top prospects from Minneapolis, we got invited to an open
Yeah.
gym, and the Timberwolves were practicing in this gym before, and I got to see KG kind of practicing, and that was amazing. You know, see pros
Oh
practicing at, 14 years old, 13 years old, and KG was talking so much trash.
Oh, bro, I can't imagine, man.
Just from the
Especially that
beginning.
young KG. Ooh.
Oh yeah, he was hungry. He was ready to get it. He was top of the world in Minnesota. So yeah, that was
Yeah.
fun to see, and that just kind of fueled my, my passion and my motivation to keep grinding.
Yeah, but no, that's great. So, do you come from a basketball family, or were you basically the
Nah, I
one
did
that
not.
chose basketball?
Yeah, I chose it. I chose it. My dad's a musician. My mom, she
Okay.
says she used to run track, but I haven't seen any pictures.
Ah.
She was athletic. I gotta believe
Yeah.
mom when she say it.
Yeah. No, we can't doubt that.
But no, I'm the first professional athlete in the family. So
Okay, so your high school years, basically, how is the basketball coach over there when it comes to high school AAU circles? Like, I mean, now it's little. Now we can say basically it's back in the days now since, but
yeah, I'm unk now.
yeah,
I'm
me
unk
too.
now.
So yeah, how
Yeah.
was it? How's the basketball coach growing up over there?
The basketball coach was amazing. I kind of went through. I had a couple of coaches. I had a young coach actually. I'm
Hmm.
not sure if anybody's familiar with Marcus Williams. He played in the NFL. He played for the New
Okay.
York Jets for a long time, and he kind of bounced around. He led the league in interceptions one year. So I got to play with him. But his dad, when I was younger, he was coaching us in basketball and in football. So that was like
Okay.
my first, let's say, really good coach. There's a lot of really good coaches. Like I was blessed to
Yeah.
have all the coaches that have, played a part in me being who I am today. I'm thankful for. But so he was really with me at an early age, teaching me all footwork, try to be like Kevin Garnett, try to be like Elijah Wan,
Hmm.
all these guys. And then my high school coach, Ken Novak, from Hopkins High School, he
Okay.
was outstanding coach. He's done nothing but produce uh, great basketball players. From guys that played at University of Minnesota. Chris Humphreys dated one of the Kardashians. He was in the NBA for a
Oh
long
shit!
time,
Yo, he's a
leading
legend, man.
rebounders. Yeah. So
No, it was yeah, legend, sure.
yeah, SB winner Blake Hoffarber went there. He went to University of Minnesota. He made the shot from his butt, and that went crazy. He won an SB award for that. So I came from a you know talented high school coach and
Yeah.
program.
Okay. No, that's dope.
Yeah.
So were you since yeah, I mean, in the states, you have rankings and all that in high school. Were you like, were you one of the top dogs in your? Yeah, how was yeah, basically your states or in the country overall? Like, were
Okay,
you one of the?
so now we're gonna get into some controversy, man. Like this
Yeah,
is what
no,
we
no,
always
that's
were.
what we want.
This is what we were always arguing, man. So in
Yeah,
2009, my senior year,
yeah.
uh, I think we were arguably the best team in the country,
Okay.
in America.
High
The
school
only
team.
problem in high school team, yes, the
Yeah,
only problem was we couldn't prove it. We couldn't really prove it. We did because in high school they had rules where we couldn't travel outside of the state. So we had to petition to play. So we had to petition to make
yeah.
sure that we can go play outside of the state. Um, and we ended up going to a New York Nike showcase.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think we went somewhere else. And obviously we won. We went undefeated my senior year. We had a tournament in in Minnesota where some teams come in. Uh,
Yeah.
they had us like ranked as number 5 in the country. We were on the
Mm-hmm.
cover of Sports Illustrated, I believe, one year, and then they did a whole bunch of articles. We had basically 10, 12 guys. I can't even, I can't even count, but everybody pretty much went Division One from that team.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I can imagine.
if they didn't go Division One, they definitely were up there. Like I played with guys. I played with Royce White, another controversial player. He, mental health and everything. Trent Lockett, Mike Brookhammer, myself, and then Marcus Williams, who I told you about, who ended up going to the
Yeah.
NFL. But he was a point guard as well, and that was our starting five. And we just, you know,
Ran to everybody basically.
we ran through everybody. It was to a point where it was, I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this, but I'm gonna say it. Like college
Yeah,
teams
say
would
it.
come and college teams would come and practice against us before they would play against the University of Minnesota. So
Yeah.
we were like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yo, that's different, yo. Yeah, yeah. I guess yeah,
Yeah.
one like that. That one
Yeah,
should, if anything, if it's any, that one right there should confirm it. For
yeah.
guys, I don't believe,
Exactly.
but damn.
Exactly.
So yeah, so that's why okay, like yeah, you just mentioned, everybody went basically to D1
Yeah,
college.
everybody was even the guys coming off the bench, there's still a couple
Yeah.
guys that one point guard, he still plays. He's playing in the second division in France. He's made a nice name for himself, Siani Chambers.
Okay.
And then a
Okay.
couple of even younger guys that came through the program. They start to, pursue their professional basketball overseas if they didn't make it to the NBA. So yeah, it was great. Like I said, great high school, man. Great high school.
Yeah. 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 Shit. Really dope. So okay, so you went to Santa Clara Broncos. You
Yeah.
said where's that school located? I'm
That's
not
on
really sure.
the West Coast in California. So we played in the West
Okay.
Coast Conference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you have
really.
to leave the cold for a little bit.
Yeah, I tell you what, man. As soon as I
uh,
saw those palm trees and the
yeah,
nice weather and the fresh cut grass and pretty
committed.
much the same, I was on ready. Let's go. Get my plane ticket. I'm
Yeah.
out. Yeah. So and it
So
was a chance for
how
me to
was?
play right away.
Yeah, exactly. So you had really a good college career, but so it's hard to. We don't have to go through season for season, but because you played all 4 years,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
yeah, you got to play, and yeah, I saw you play 20 plus minutes basically every
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
So did
Yeah.
y'all make the NCAA tournament one of the
We
years?
did not. We did not. We were a good team. We were just
Yeah.
kind of building up Santa Clara University, off the back of Steve Nash, because that's where Steve Nash went to college.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
so they were kind of trying to rebuild it up. We had Coach Kerry Keating, and we had a lot of good players, and it was cool. I started right away, played a lot, and then I played with Kevin Foster. He was all time leading in three pointers, I believe, at one year or close to it in the West
Okay.
Coast Conference. Crazy shooter. And the closest we got was we made it to the CBI. I think we were like one win away, like one regular season win away from, getting an at-large bid to the NCAA
Yeah.
tournament. And we always had to run up against Gonzaga or St. Mary's in the conference finals.
Yeah.
So that
Okay.
was
Yeah.
tough.
So
And they added
yeah, I
BYU for
guess.
one year. It was tough. Yeah.
So, but you play the. I mean, you look like, from what I can see. I mean, I know I've watched your game a little bit now. So
Okay.
so if I ask, it was a different time though. Now we're gonna sound old as shit, but it is true though. Like things are a little different now.
A lot
Now,
different, man. Not a little, a
like
lot. Yeah.
niggas get millions just playing college. Like it's different now. So.
Oh, you gonna get me started, man. You gonna get me started.
Well, we're gonna get there. So we're gonna get there. So, but you, I have this question I ask most guests, especially, and for your cases, definitely applies to you. You played the 4 years in college,
Yes.
perfect college basketball career. And when we all start the game, I guess we trying to make it to the league for sure. And then with
100%.
time, you realize, you know what? Maybe just let me probably see if I go this route or whatever it can be. And in your case, did you try to go to the G League route, or did you have like a moment where you just realized, okay, maybe you know what? Let me just try and let me see what's out there, you know, in Europe or whatever it could be. Like, did you have one of those moments because you still in D1, and that's like looking at the basketball tree. That's the closest you can get to the NBA
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah. So, of course, I mean, ever since I was a kid, I told you I was watching KG
Mm,
play, and I got to be around a lot of professionals as I was at a young age. So, there was no doubt in my mind. I mean, I told my mom, I said, I'm going to get a college scholarship, and in my head, I wanted to play in the NBA, and nobody couldn't tell me anything
exactly.
different. Nobody
No,
could
for
tell me
sure.
anything different.
Yeah,
Like
for sure. No,
it
no,
was,
no,
it
no.
was
I
that,
get
it
it.
was all or nothing. And so when I got to college, I kind of saw that, it's different. It's not just about the talent. I mean, yes, you have to be talented, but
Yeah.
you also have to put yourself in the right situations, connected with the right people, have the right people like you and like your game to be able to make
Hmm.
it. And so this is kind of where I ran into my first set of troubles is after college, like within my basketball career. Everything, like I
Hmm.
said, you can imagine everything was just smooth sailing and just trajectory
Yeah,
up.
really, really, yeah, exactly. Top high
Yeah,
school, and
yeah,
then
top high school,
college,
top recruit. Yeah,
playing.
so I had, like I said, I had 22 offers, college D1 offers, coming out of high school. So, I thought I was the man, and I was like, for sure, I
Yeah,
got a chance to do something. I played right away, and
yeah,
by the time I finished my senior year, it kind of plateaued. Like I wouldn't say it dropped down, as far as
yeah,
my let's say my stock. Let's say that's what we like to
yeah,
call it,
yeah,
I guess.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, my stock, let's say, it kind of just plateaued, and I found myself after college kind of scrambling, asking, "Hey,
Hmm.
can you get me over here, or can you get me to this tryout, or can you get me to this pro-am,
Hmm.
or something like that?" And I kind of ran into a wall, and I didn't know, what was going to happen. Uh,
Hmm.
so I actually got connected. My first contract was through a teammate. He was from the Netherlands. He had connections to the
Yeah,
Netherlands, and he was a walk-on. And his agent
yeah, yeah,
actually
yeah.
his agent actually connected me to the Netherlands. And I thought it was going to be smooth sailing. You know how I
Yeah.
feel like I can play well, and but that adjustment that first year was very it was difficult. That Europe to American basketball adjustment is tough. But I made it.
So,
I did solid.
I'll keep going.
Yeah, yeah. So I made it. I did solid, and I got to play with an old teammate, so that kind of helped the adjustment go along a little bit smoother. And that was the only connection I had. Like we're talking about if you had,
Mm,
100
you,
strings before that you could pull. Like I
yeah.
had this was my last string to
Last
pull
one.
before I could. Yeah, and I was grateful for that.
So, no, I'm gonna ask this question after. But but
Sure.
the game itself, you felt that it was the yeah, you had a former teammate, so I guess
Yeah,
socially, outside the court, it was kind of easier to navigate, trying to get
yeah.
through the season. But the game itself, like, did you have a hard time adjusting? Now is it a shorter shot clock? I think the court is smaller, and now is strategic, is different.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
everything, the whole
yeah.
basketball philosophy is just different out here. Like, yeah, how was that adjustment period? When we talk about on the court.
On the court, yeah. It was on the
Yeah,
court, like when I think about it, it wasn't so different. Uh,
yeah,
but it was just a faster pace. Like
Mm-hmm.
faster pace, guys are basically been professionals since they were 16 instead of,
Yeah.
in college. So they've been playing at this pace and this speed. I had well, he was actually Belgium coach, but
Yeah.
he kind of embodied the Serbian mentality. So run, run, run,
Okay.
move quick, move the ball, which was it was perfect for me as a shooter because I wasn't really so much of a ball handler. And
Yeah.
but just the atmosphere, seeing different, courts, seeing different backgrounds, being in a different country, coming from, big arenas to that hold 10,000, 12,000. Now they hold 2,000. And
Mm-hmm.
so that was a little bit different. And then the play, like it was, you got the main guy and then you got the supporting cast. And this was kind of like it's still the same, but now we're talking about money and we're talking about livelihood.
Yeah.
So if you're not producing, like let's say you get 7 shots a game, if you make 2 out of the 7, you trash. But if you make 4 out of the
Yeah.
7, oh, you good money. So
Yeah. Exactly.
literally a difference between 2 shots, and that was kind of the toughest part. And then I think
So
that yeah
yeah, no, no, it's great that you mentioned that. I'm asked now. Kind of put these two seasons together. Like uh, your senior year in college.
yeah
Uh, like from what I can see, you can shoot that ball. Like you can really shoot it. So that's a skill itself that you know it's unique. I mean, when I say unique, because you look like a marksman almost from what I watched so far.
yeah.
And did you not really think about going to the league anyway? Because, bro, that skill set itself, the stats doesn't really matter. Your college
Yeah,
stats
yeah,
doesn't really
yeah,
matter if you shoot like you shoot it. Did you
yeah.
have that, was it just straight up? Yeah, you know what, my stock is not there because nowadays, like 4 years in college, all of a sudden it's like working against you now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
So, which is weird, but that's just the truth.
That's how
So,
it is, man. That's
so
how it
yeah,
is.
exactly. So did you have that moment, or was it just straight up? You know what? Because bro, you can really shoot, and the way you shot,
Appreciate
you
that.
shooting the ball. I guess you can shoot. You're shooting better at the age too. So,
Yeah, I
or at
appreciate that,
least,
man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
so
yeah, no, I mean, I really shoot the ball. That's what I hung my hat on. That's what my high school coach
yeah,
told me. He said, if you want to play, you got to keep shooting. Like I said, I've been this height since I was like 12 years old. So
exactly.
once I found out I couldn't grow anymore, I started to shoot more.
Yeah.
But no, obviously I didn't give up on my dream. Like I said, like
Mm-hmm.
I've been around pros at a younger age, so I know
Yeah.
that I can hang with these guys, especially if we were talking about shooting,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just playing. It's like I can do that. Um, so we can go into like after that year. That's when it really got tough for me
Mm-hmm.
after my first year overseas because I wanted to play. I knew that I could play. I thought I had decent
Mm-hmm.
stats, but at that time, 10 points a game in the Netherlands, I believe it was like 10 points a game, my average. We finished third
Yeah.
place. I think that I would have a good, foot to be able to either at least level up in Europe.
Yeah.
And nothing happened for me, man. So I think it was, a combination of these connections that I told you, like you got to be
Yeah.
surrounded by the right people. You got to have the right people with you in your corner and vouching for you. I
For
didn't hear
sure.
from this agent. I after the season, I was talking with him, and then all of a sudden it was crickets. Like I couldn't get him on the phone. And
No, no, it's interesting. No,
mhm.
no, sorry, I'm just thinking
Yeah,
because I see that
yeah.
14 and 15 you weren't in the mix. Or
Yes,
did you
yeah.
play the 14 and 15? What happened that
Did I
season?
play? Yeah, so that was going in. So after that year, I didn't get a job right away, and
Yeah,
I was going through it. This is where
yeah,
I get into my grind story. This is where I had to really, make a choice. Uh,
yeah. Dig deep.
let's yeah, I had to dig deep. Luckily I had a mentor who trained the youth in California where I was, Mike Allen, and
Yeah.
Mike Allen Sports. I believe he's doing some stuff. I think he's back in California now. And he just took me under his wing, and I could coach and make a little bit of money. And then
Mm-hmm.
I was waking up at 4 a.m. working out, then helping him coach, and then we work out again. And so it was just a great relationship there. But in the
Yeah.
meantime, like I said, my agent's not contacting me, so I had no contact to any professional outlet. Like I didn't know any scouts, I didn't know any other agents. So I took to the
Mm-hmm.
email, I took to the laptop. I said, okay, let
Yeah,
me
yeah, yeah.
email. So I'm sending 25, 30 emails a day,
Yeah.
just trying to get some kind of connection, somebody to help me. I actually ended up in the San Francisco Pro-Am, and then during that time, I ended up connecting with the uh, G League commissioner through emails. I don't know how I got his contact. I don't know how I got his email, but it was just
Okay.
working on the lab, and he ended up putting my name in the G League draft, or somebody maybe outside did it.
Yeah.
I don't know how it worked, but I contributed to I just didn't stop looking. I was just looking,
Yeah.
contacting people. And then I just stayed in the gym. So I was playing San Francisco Pro-Am and got spotted by, let's say, he was a scout basketball mind, and it was crazy how this happened.
Mm-hmm.
I was working out and he saw me in the San Francisco Pro-Am. He said, "Hey, can you come for a workout?" I said, "Sure, I'm not going to turn down any workouts,
Yeah, exactly.
anything at this point because I have nothing." So I go work out with
Yeah.
them, great workout, we had like 6, 7 guys. After that, we had another workout. And this workouts were like 45 minutes away. So I'm driving 45 minutes from San Jose to Oakland
Yeah.
to go work out. And I'm telling you, I'm grinding. I'm putting some miles on my little Prius that I had.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
and so it came up, and then it was like, okay, and I had started to build a little network of connection base. And he's like, okay, hey, I want you to come and play for me. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know you were a coach. Uh, so yeah,
Where
he
do
was
you
a
coach?
coach. Yeah, he coached in New Zealand.
That's what I
Uh,
saw. That's what.
yeah, so he coached in New Zealand, but he was like, I want you to go. But then that season didn't start until February. And so
Okay.
it was probably around November, maybe December sometime that I was in contact, and I also got a call to go to the Canadian League. I'm not
Okay.
sure if this is on Eurobasket. And I went to the Halifax Hurricanes for a tryout. And I decided to
Okay.
go there because it started earlier and, money was short,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
time. So I
Now
ended
you
up
gotta
going
get
there
one.
and
Yeah.
I think the timeline is right. And then I ended up getting cut.
Okay.
Yeah. So
After how many games? If I can
no
ask.
games. I didn't
No
make it out of
games.
training
Oh,
camp. We
just a
played a
tryout.
preseason. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm not sure. You might have it pulled up over there, but
No, I
I
can't
just think
see the.
I need to get
But talk about
my
it.
yeah, yeah. So we had this, and that was a crazy time because in practice I was running circles. Like let's say because I was working out all the time, I was in the best shape of my life. I mean, I'm wiping dudes
Yeah.
up and down the court. I know
Yeah,
X's and
you've been
O's. I
working
know.
out now, basically. Yeah, you've been in
Yeah,
the grind. Yeah.
I was a monster. So we get there, and the last game uh, in the preseason, like let's say before the season starts during trial period. I get in the
Mm-hmm.
game with maybe like 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Terrible. I had a turnover in that 30 seconds. And then I
Oh
got in at the
shit.
end of the game for like 15 seconds. So now I'm just looking bad. But in practice, I'm killing everybody.
They set you up,
And
low key.
mentally,
That's
I feel like it, but and mentally, I'm
yeah,
like, oh
nice.
man. So that didn't
Get
work
that
out. So
part.
basically, I got cut. Long story short, I got cut from there. And didn't have anything.
Okay.
And I go back on the phone and I call this coach that I had talked to,
Mm-hmm.
and I had been working out with. And he says
Yeah.
I said, hey man, you got another workout, anything like that, or what's going on? Didn't ask him for the spot
Mm-hmm.
back. I just asked if he had a workout, and he's like, yeah, you can come over here down to Oakland. But first, like, he's like, what happened? Like, did you get hurt? Did you get injured? Blah, 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 blah. You know, he wants to know the whole background.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, nothing happened
Yeah,
to me.
exactly.
They just didn't like me. I just got cut. And he was like, all right. He's like, I'll think about it. And the next, like, over 2 days, he calls me back like 2 days later. And I go to workout. And usually it's like 6 or 7 guys in these workouts. But this
Yeah.
workout, I mean, I'm giving more inside scoop. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's
Uh,
okay for me to say this now.
well, now it's
But
like 10 years later, we're straight.
yeah, so it's just me and one other guy in the workout.
Yeah.
So we go to workout, and
Oh,
I'm best shape of my life, and I can tell you like this,
yeah.
I wiped the floor with this guy, like, and he's probably
Okay.
gonna be mad that I'm saying that, but it's true.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
He
one-on-one
didn't.
workouts, no, bro. There is
Yeah,
no,
he didn't win a
nobody's
game.
lying. Nobody's
Yeah,
lying, so he
yeah.
knows.
Yeah. He didn't win a game that workout. I was running circles. He was going over, grabbing water. I'm shooting free throws. This
Yeah.
whole kind of thing. And at the end of the workout, the coach sits me down. He was like, "Hey, man, like this was my guy. I was gonna pick him to come over with me." He was like, "But I just
Oh,
can't deny that you worked so hard." He was like, "I just need to know, are you gonna be with me, or are you gonna leave me like you did again, like you did before to go to Helsinki?" And I was like, "You know what, coach? I'm not gonna take no other opportunities. Like if you show me the contract and set everything up, then I will be there." Uh, and so basically, I played 1-on-one for a contract in New Zealand.
yeah. That's the best way to
Hey, that I
get a
think that
contract, man.
I don't know too many stories like that, but I think that it's the
No,
only way,
no,
right?
that's a dope. That's a dope story, man. I ain't gonna lie. That's a really dope story, and sounds
Yeah,
like justice to a little bit. Like, you know what, fuck. Sometimes that's all you need. Just that little, yo, okay, that's the guy y'all picking over me. Okay, let us go.
yeah, yeah.
Let
Let's
us go,
play, let's play.
exactly. So we should
Yeah.
have more of that, man. To be honest,
Yeah,
man.
it would be dope to see, to really see who's gonna to really see who gets to earn that contract, because there's a lot of connections and a lot of things that go on,
Exactly.
and he said, she said, and all right, let's settle this on the court. So, and this was a special
And
time
you
for me because, oh, I just want to
didn't
say this is a
disappoint.
special time for me. No, I
Yeah.
didn't. It was it was special for
Shit.
me because I had just hit a moment just before I went to Canada. And
Mm-hmm.
there's this moment where it's like I had slowly started to give up. I slowly started to take job
Yeah.
interviews. I think I went to WeWorks and I went to Google, and I was like, all right,
So,
I went to a nice school. Let me try to do this. And I had a suit in my car. I had a suit and I had
okay.
basketball shoes. And I was like, I gotta pick one, just before. And I
Oh.
was like, I gotta pick one. And I ended up, all right, I'm not gonna do any more interviews. I'm not gonna do any more internship work. I'm just gonna put everything I got into this basketball. And so from there to playing 1-on-one for the contract,
Oh
uh,
shit.
I would say
Okay.
my decision paid off.
No, but now you've been through a role. I mean, you went to Netherlands and you did your season. You actually got through the full season, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden the phone is not really ringing as you expected after a season, which is really the reality of the being a pro. Sometimes, like
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta make the calls like that, or like
You
all of
gotta
a
do the
sudden
calls. You
after.
gotta put in the work.
Yeah, so clubs aren't really calling like that unless you. I guess it's the EuroLeague teams and you're really really hot. Like still, I don't know, even if
Yeah.
you're hot, they may not call. You might just find out, hey, they're interested to talk to you, like
That's a fact.
that
That's a fact. It's interesting. Are we
way.
interested? But then you don't hear nothing else from them.
Exactly, they're still not calling, man. Nah, I
Yeah,
get that
man.
part. So, now I didn't say I played pro in Sweden and Norway. Basically, those are the countries I played
Okay.
pro in. And now I retired in December. So, and you can see, just it's just a funny thing. I haven't thought about it like that, but just a great example of, you said agents stop even agents stop answering, right? Like they don't even answer. And
Yeah.
when I was in Sweden, bro, at the time when I was in Sweden, people didn't really look at Sweden. We're like, "Why are you playing Sweden? We don't even want to talk to you, bro." Like,
Yeah.
I got those reaction. Like, I was like, "Whoa, I actually played the top league here and I did all right," but young motherfuckers not even interested in talking,
Nothing.
or
Nothing.
giving me a look. And funny story. And then, of course, I played, spun around a little bit, went to Norway. And Norway's not even popping like that. But it just
Nah.
says, speaks of volume of where the game is going at now. And all of a sudden, I had a
Hmm.
decent season. Now I'm getting deals from Greece and all. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I'm not even interested right now. Like
Yeah.
at
I'm
this
trying to
point of my
go.
life, yeah. And now all of a sudden I start getting real gigs and calls and stuff. So it's
Hmm.
a, but that just says about the whole internet thing, right? Now everybody's aware and everybody's paying attention
Yeah.
and looking everywhere now. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that just I've just thought about that like all of a sudden
Yeah.
today, and
This
as I
definitely.
can see for you happened later since
Yeah.
we're gonna get into the way you're right now, bro. It's not sounding like it's gonna go the way things went.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think not.
So, so New Zealand, you went there. I guess you were on fire that those 18 games you played over there, or
Man, you
yeah,
talk about a
yeah,
man
you
on a
ball.
mission.
Yeah,
Talk about
exactly.
a
Now
man on a
after being
mission.
all this ground, I guess yeah,
That was
I can
me. That
imagine.
was me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not
Revenge,
really known as a
revenge season.
dunker, but I had a couple dunks, and it was. I
Yeah,
had,
yeah, that's
yeah,
it.
that's,
Yeah, exactly. That says a lot.
yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
it definitely was time. But the New Zealand League was special. This a different type of people down there. They're
Yeah.
chill, laid back. Everybody's friendly. So it was easy to kind of adjust. More closer to the American culture, but just relaxed. So that was a blessing to be in. And then
Yeah.
the every team, I think we had two imports at the time. So as you had two
Yeah.
two guys that knew what time it was, and the local guys, they were good, but not so great like most other local teams
Yeah.
around the globe. So really, all the heavy lifting went to the imports. But
Yeah.
we had like I said, the most, let's say, like the most famous import that was there when I was there was Torrey Craig, who ended up playing in the NBA with the Suns, and
Hey,
that's, yeah, he was making.
really nice player, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I feel
Yeah,
like his name is just gonna get forgotten for no reason.
yeah, it
He was
was,
a
but
winner.
he could definitely hoop, and so he was out there. He had just finished playing in the Australian league, and he went over there to make a little bit extra money. I can tell you, he was probably making, you know, 12,
Extra money.
15 times what I was making. But
Yeah.
I remember this battle. We went there. He was playing with the Wellington Saints, and we played, and it was just me and him going at it. Boom, bucket, bucket, bucket. And I think he scored 30. I think I scored 30. My team ended up getting the win though. And then, obviously later on in my career, I saw he go to the NBA, and I'm like, where's mine at?
Damn.
But
Damn.
yeah, there was him,
Yeah, y'all got that
Eric
win. You
Deven.
got 30. I see that.
Yeah,
March
yeah.
27. Oh, shit. Yeah. No
Yeah.
cap. We just let her know. No cap in this.
No cap, no cap, man. I'm telling all truth, man. All truth.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, y'all beat
yeah,
him.
we got that win. And I was like, okay, maybe I could go try to be in Australia. And I know a lot of guys go to the NBA from Australia. There
Yeah.
was Corey Webster in that league, Eric Devendorf in that league, Syracuse great. So yeah, it
Okay.
wasn't so easy like everybody thinks it is. They're good players. So that was fun, and that was
Definitely
kind of
not.
my springboard into Europe.
Yeah. And after that, you didn't look back, I guess, now. So did the
Yeah.
phone start ringing, start ringing after that season? Or.
So this is the thing. So I had a line to New Zealand. I mean, not to Australia,
Yeah.
with the Breakers. So the New
Hmm.
Zealand team, the New Zealand Breakers, they play in the Australian League, and I had a line to them, and they were a little bit interested. But they also
Yeah.
had the Corey Webster, which was also a shooter, but he was Australian or New Zealand. And so it was
Yeah.
tough for me to be able to play with him. That's what they thought.
Okay.
So that didn't work out. And then after, like I said, the phone still wasn't ringing because at this time I still really didn't have an agent. I just had the coach that brought me over there.
Oh yeah,
So
that's true. That's true. That's
yeah,
true.
so still, you know, after everything that I did, it's not really popping off like that. So
Yeah.
what I did is, I think I got lucky, man. But you know, I did my due diligence. You know, I was sending emails still, and I ended
Yeah.
up making business cards. So I ended up
Oh
making
yeah.
business
Oh, you have
cards
to.
with my name and with my email on it, and you know, money was tight. I didn't make a lot of money, so I pretty much spent the money that I made in New Zealand. And it's crazy, man. So I made these business cards, and I was like, all right, you know, I got my New Zealand coach. He put me into this exposure camp. Now,
Yeah.
this might have been probably the best exposure camp that I could have went to. It was agents and coaches. It was I believe it was like worldwide sports camp, something like exposure camp, something like that.
Okay.
And man, I went in there and I did what I was supposed to do, brought my New Zealand vibe, and I just played basketball the right way. But after each
Yeah.
game, I was passing out my card. So anybody in the
Yeah.
bleachers, I didn't know if he was an agent, I didn't know if he was a parent, I didn't know if he was just a fan of basketball, passing out my card. Uh, and then from there, our agent was like, "Hey, I like your game." A couple of coaches, "Hey, I like your game." At this point, I had spent all my money to go to this exposure camp.
Yeah.
I'm talking about I had $5 in my bank account.
No, no,
And
I get it. No, you have to.
yeah, so I get there and I'm like, all right, you know, did it, had a meeting with the agent. Agent was like, "Hey man, I got a couple of coaches that are interested in you. Can you stay one more night?" And I was like, I don't got any money, like I don't have anything.
Where is
And I
this camp,
said,
though? By the way.
this was in Las Vegas. So
Okay.
this was in
Okay.
Las Vegas right around the
Yeah.
summer league
Yeah.
time. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh
And
shit! Now it's lit in Las Vegas
so
at that
yeah,
time.
all basketball is in Vegas in summer
Yeah.
league time.
Yeah.
So I said,
Okay.
okay. And I went on Southwest Airlines. Everybody knew back then in Southwest Airlines, you can change your flight and you just had to pay the tax
Yeah.
for $5.
Okay.
So I did it.
Last five there. Bam.
Yeah. So I did that. Stayed. And the next morning, I had a meeting with three coaches. I had a meeting with the coach from Finland, a coach from Sweden, and another coach, I believe, from Denmark.
Yeah.
And from there, you know, coach from Finland was like, "Hey, I saw what you did. I really liked it. And you know, we want to offer you a contract right there on the spot." And I was, you know, last money down. I'm just coaching kids. I had to get back so I could try to coach kids so I can figure out how I'm gonna eat. And you know, I just was on the flight back, like, thank you,
Oh
you
shit.
know. And then from there, you know, now we can get into the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, after this break, we were at. So you got to Helsinki. You finished. You play. Yeah. You were in Helsinki after that
yeah, yeah.
after that tryout, right? If I'm right.
After New
You
Zealand.
got to that,
So and then after,
yeah, in New Zealand. You got to the showcase camp.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly. So you got to that camp, and yeah, we were at. You stayed an extra day.
Yes,
Yeah,
stayed an extra day,
stayed an extra day.
got the contract.
And okay, and then so that extra day you stayed. That's basically you did have. Can I say? Did you have a better performance than you had the first days, or was it
So
just
that
at
extra
least
day, the
you held
camp was
your?
over.
Oh, so they just wanted you to. They wanted to talk to you,
Yeah,
basically.
just to talk. Yeah, yeah. There was no more showing
Okay.
anything like that. Yeah, there was just, you
Okay.
know, stay one more day so we could get to the meetings. And you
Okay.
know, I'm just thinking if I wasn't able to change my flight, if I would be in this position right now.
Probably not. That's
Pro-
that's
You know how it
no,
goes.
that's a, no, bro. You gotta take the opportunity by now. That was worth changing that flight.
Yeah, for sure, for
And
sure.
no, really dope. And then so you went to exactly you did Helsinki,
Hmm.
and the season there. I don't know how you went for the team, but now
Yeah,
yeah,
it
I
was
guess for
good for
you,
the team.
yeah. Oh, yeah, did y'all meant to make the playoffs
Yeah,
and all
we
that?
finished. Yeah, we made the playoffs. We finished third that year in the Finnish league.
Okay.
So pretty solid. And that team was also trying to, level up and do some good things. So that, and then after that, they ended up, being one of the powerhouses in Finland.
Okay. So
Yeah. So
yeah, we talk about Finland. Finland, that's a great league, man. Let's get that. Let's get that
yeah,
out there
now
right
it's
away. Now you play. Yeah, now it's real. Now you're in the you're in the mix, basically.
yeah, exactly.
One of the better leagues. One of the better leagues in Europe, to be honest. And so you did great. And then this one can argue you went to the best league after that.
Yeah.
I mean, so,
Yeah,
so
I think
that you
so. I
went.
think we can say that at the time,
Yeah,
as far as basketball and money are concerned, I think,
yeah.
that France is definitely at the top, with good basketball and good salaries.
So you went here as Toulon. How was that season in France actually? Like
It was amazing, man. It was actually amazing. Obviously, every season has challenges, but
yeah.
I was next to the water. My apartment was right on the
Okay.
beach. I had to learn French because in the South France
They don't speak English.
they don't like to speak English. And if
Oh,
you start to speak French, and then if you can't finish the conversation, they still get mad. So, uh,
yeah. So
but
and then
you
they're
know,
really proud of their language, like because they're
yeah,
heavyweights too. Like, but that's a history thing.
but that
So
was the
so yeah.
yeah, no, that was
So
probably my best year. Let's say like numbers wise, in a good league in Europe. Unfortunately, the team didn't do so well. We had a
mhm,
good team. We had an
yeah.
underdog team full of underdogs.
Okay.
And we were killing at the beginning of the season. I think we were, surprising everybody. We had a couple big wins. I think we were like 4-3 or something like that. And
Yeah.
something crazy where teams weren't expecting us to win, obviously, because the team had just moved up from the second division, and
Okay.
everything like that. And so we won these games, and then it came out that the team was paying one of our players under the table. It wasn't me. I wish it was, but it wasn't.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. Like oh
uh,
god damn, I didn't know.
yeah, right. So when that happened, France is pretty strict on that. So they took three
Yeah.
of our wins away. So ended up we went from being like
Oh,
4-3 to like
1-9.
what was it? Yeah, some crazy. And basically it was like we had no wins, or 2-9 or 2-7, something like that. So
Damn.
yeah, so when that happened, coach brought us all together, and
Mhm.
you know he was like, well, this happens, you can go if you want to go, you can leave. He told everybody in the
Mhm.
locker room, and I think that might have been the mistake, because once you tell players that, they start to think in their minds going, you got keep in mind, we're at the bottom of the league. Nobody expects us to win anything. We
Yeah.
got the lowest budget in the league. So where's
And you're
everybody
telling
gonna
the
go?
guys to
Nobody
leave.
want, yeah, nobody wants to go down to the second division. So it's like we're not gonna go
Exactly.
anywhere if we wanted to. Try to figure this out. But I think that conversation, and I would say not every game, but most games, I don't remember getting beat. Maybe a couple times against the bigger teams, we got beat by more than 10.
Yeah.
But it was always a close game, you know. And had my guy with me, Robert Reggie Arnold, and we used to,
Okay.
we used to take turns. It's like, okay, it's your half now. So he'll go score 20, and then second half I'll go score 20. Or I'll score 20 first half, and then he'll score 20 in the second half. And defensively, we were just
So
kind of scrappy, just, making it tough on teams.
yeah.
So,
So okay,
yeah,
but you did the. But I mean, you listen. I mean, you're a great player.
yeah,
So
thanks.
what I noticed, you don't really talk. You don't have to probably since you can. Your game is on that level.
Hmm.
maybe you talked about it a little bit in the beginning. You had to adjust in Netherlands, but
Yeah,
France is top league. France
yeah,
top league is top basketball in the world. I mean, if we go
yeah,
just
yeah,
to
yeah,
be honest, man, like
yeah.
if we keep it a bucket, like that's a top basketball level because they have, of course, the European basketball style, all that.
Hmm.
But then it's like Africa is like right around the corner. So
Yeah. Yep.
it's right around the corner. So the
So
athletes in that league, like I'm
athletically,
not gonna say they're gonna match NBA athleticism. I can't say that
but it's
loud or
close.
official, dude, but it's really really close.
It's really close.
So
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. There's a reason why now is a bunch of Frenchmen in the draft. That's not a surprise. So and you just went there. For you, it wasn't. I guess, of course, athleticism. You don't have to adjust to that part, but still, bro, you have to go out there and play. And now
Yeah.
we still playing. You're a shooter too, right? You're a shooter.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
and now
Yep.
you're
Yep.
playing. I mean, I guess Paris wasn't at the league at that time. I guess, but you still have the
No, not yet. They
Monacles
were.
and
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Monaco as well.
As
Lyon.
well,
Uh-huh. Dijon was starting to come
Dijon,
up.
yeah.
Yep.
So you got to
Limoges
play
was
those
a
teams, Le
top team.
Mans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So
So how was that playing? I mean, just playing in that league itself, like
it was
I mean,
great, man, because you come from almost not having nothing,
hmm
but you had dreams to play in the NBA.
yeah,
So as a player, you put together a hit list.
yeah.
You
No,
you
for you,
go through,
especially for you.
yeah, I go through the teams and I say, okay, they got this guy, or like let's say like AJ Slaughter, or they got
hmm
Gerald Robinson, or they got a DJ
hmm
Cooper, or they got a you know Natika, Frank Natika. He was playing, I think, in Limoges, um, and he was
Okay.
like 18 or something like that. So you got all these guys, and you start to put it as, all right, we playing this guy tonight, we playing this guy tonight, and
hmm
you just gotta go show out, and that's what it became
Yeah.
for me. It was like every game, I know my team, I know how we worked, and I was like, I'm not leaving anything to chance. Still in that
hmm
mindset, so. Uh, It was fun, like I said, like, but being a shooter and, it it doesn't really matter the athleticism. It's just how fast can you get your shot off? Can you get to your spots?
hmm
You just got to be smarter than the athletes. And I think that
Yeah.
that year I really figured it out. I had a coach who used to be a shooter. So
Oh, that
it
helps
was,
a
yeah,
lot.
that helped a lot. And so we
hmm
just had a lot of different things where I could come off, and I've made my bread and butter coming off the simple diamond action, coming out four man
Yeah.
or the big man side. And it was hard for team to
Exactly.
stop. 10 points a game, by myself, or it would be 14 points a game with me and,
Yeah.
assist to the big man. And it was just like taking candy from a baby, but they weren't babies.
hmm
They were guys holding all the money.
No, no. Exactly. No. No, but so okay, so that year, so basically, it's like, so I guess y'all weren't chasing the playoffs after all that
Yeah,
scandal.
nah, we're still trying to
No, it's
fight to stay in the
just
league, but we couldn't get any
yeah,
wins after
exactly.
that. But luckily, like, so I ended up being an all-star that year in the league. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
how was that after,
and
bro? Because your career started off, bro, skyrocketing, and I guess yeah, we can argue here and there. Maybe you should have, I don't know, just trying to go the draft route or the G League draft route earlier or wherever in your college
yeah,
career. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
we can all look back and see look how we can do things better. But
Hmm.
you picked yourself up definitely. Like you said,
Yeah,
you had your suit and the basketball. That's a great story
yeah,
right there. Like you had your suit and the basketball. Which one should I go with? And you did
yeah,
choose, and 99% will choose the suit, man. That's the
yeah,
truth because it's a safer choice. And
yep,
officially at least, and then
Yeah, yeah,
and then still not really find you in a place. Netherlands, no calls after.
yeah,
New
yeah,
Zealand, and still there. But now you're in the best league, All Star. All
yeah.
of a sudden, everything's turned around for that
Not it.
$5 that you actually change your flight with.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So it went from, zero to more blessings that I could handle.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. That was the first year I flew my family out to come and see me. We toured around
Ooh.
Paris, did everything. And to be in that All-Star game, I can tell you right now with the lights and, over 17,000 people, it was amazing. Like it was nothing that you could imagine. Like it was so I was so grateful. And that was the first time that I thought like Europe is dope. This is like
Yeah.
a mini NBA feel. Like I felt like I was in the league.
You felt it. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a dunk contest. They had, I got a shoe sponsorship, everything. So it was dope.
Did they have a 3-point shootout in the All Star game?
Uh, they did, they did, but I wasn't in it. Uh, so this is the thing. Like I said, I was a great player. I
Hmm.
don't know what happened with this All-Star game. I believe, I mean, I played well enough. I deserve to be there. Let's
Yeah.
say that. But
Yeah.
there's a guy named Kenny Hayes,
Okay.
and he was an amazing basketball player, amazing talent, could score. And I think
Yeah.
that at the last second, he dropped out of the All-Star game for whatever reason. And I was the
Okay.
next man up.
Okay.
So yeah, that was it. And I just remember kind of getting clowned, or an article came out about me being the lowest paid all-star that the league had ever seen, or something like that. And they actually posted my salary on there, and I was like,
Which is
"Come
really
on,
more dope,
man!"
to be honest.
Yeah,
That's
it
actually
was
more
dope.
dope
At the,
than
it, it's dope when I think about it, but at the time I was
yeah.
like, "Come on, man! You got me out here looking
Really?
like a little kid."
Can I just enjoy the moment?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going against
So
these guys,
fucked up,
guys are
man.
making 150K,
Yeah,
200K,
that league. Yeah, people make crazy money in that league, bro.
and
That's
I'm
true.
over here, I got my little salary, and I was like,
Yeah,
I was happy, but I was happy though. And I felt like I belonged. I felt like, hey, it's basketball. We put our shoes on at the same time, lace them up the
yeah.
same
Still,
way. Like you got to put the ball in the basket. That's it.
yeah, no,
I
that's
actually, I actually in the All-Star game, I didn't play that much, but I
yeah.
made a shot to basically give us the chance. I don't know if it tied the game or we went up by one, to put us in overtime in this All-Star game. So that was great. It was pretty
Okay.
deep three. Yeah, yeah, it was pretty deep three. And then obviously I didn't play in the overtime because they got guys that people want to see, and I was just nobody coming from nowhere.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
Basically, you're in
still,
the
that
way
was.
now, Loki.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that was a big time for me. I got a couple pictures, and I got a couple, videos and things like that. So it was a great, great experience.
So okay, so then I guess now since you had your little, not little, but you had this New Zealand connection, so you finished off this year in New Zealand. Season, I guess the season started late, and I saw that you played basically 3 games or something,
After
if I'm
this in
not.
New Zealand, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you went
So
to
I
New
went.
Zealand right
So
after
so
France, right?
so yeah,
The way
yeah.
you look.
So I went back to New Zealand. That was just a money grab. That was.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
exactly.
plan on going back, but I had time, and I was trying to see what was going to happen. I
Yeah,
feel like everything was going to be all right, but I was like, let me try to make up for the years that I got. So they needed a
yeah,
replacement.
sure.
They needed a replacement for a couple games. They called me because of what I did before in New Zealand, and
Hmm.
it was okay. It was a little bit different for me. I'm a kind of guy. I like to get on a team, and I like to stick with it and
Yeah,
play.
exactly.
Uh, but this 3 games, it was a little bit tougher. So I went, played 3 games, and then I left.
Okay,
Yeah,
now
took
but
took
really dope.
took a couple of. Yeah,
Yeah, he took something real quick. I mean, at least you have,
yeah.
you played just played to the level that now you actually got the opportunity to
Yeah,
to do
yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So okay, and then okay, so you went back to France. Okay, so yeah, so
Yep.
you got two seasons in a row in France.
Yeah.
Fuck, they talking about the cheapest also. Here they go. Exactly. 2 years in a row in the same country. That itself
Yeah. Yeah.
ain't, you know, that don't happen that often. Okay, so but you went to a different team, Bulazak.
Bulazek.
I don't know how you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bulazak. And how did the season go there for
The
the
season
team,
was
basically?
good. I think the team was good. It was another team that was just coming up, so they were basically like too long. Um, but they had a bigger budget.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and so I was happy about that. I went
yeah, for
from,
sure.
my last $5 that we talk about to now we're talking about some serious money. That
Yeah.
can potentially, if I stay on this trajectory, it's going to change my life. And
Yeah, exactly.
so I was happy about that. And we had a nice team. Kenny Cherry from Canada, Akil Mitchell, Travis
Okay.
Leslie, all-star dunker, was in the NBA a couple times. Yeah, we had a couple good French guys, and basically the goal was to make the playoffs. And we were one game away from making the playoffs.
Okay.
But this was a little
Damn,
bit
that's
different.
tough.
Yeah, it was tough. This was a little bit different for me personally because we had a lot of heavy hitters now. So now I didn't have to be the
Yeah.
one, doing all the scoring. And
Okay.
we had a great point guard who ended up doing most of the scoring, and I was scoring 10
Yeah.
points a game, and they kind of were looking at me funny because they were, you went from 18 points a game last season, now you're only scoring 10. What's going on? And I was like,
But
there's
you're in
only one
the winning
basketball.
team.
Yeah,
Exactly.
now we're on a
So,
winning team. There's only one basketball. You got me. I'm guarding, the top guards in France every night. So,
yeah.
there's only so much that I can do, especially if I get, 5 to 7 shots a game. So that
Exactly.
was a little bit of a transition, and that's where I started to understand. I mean, I already understood roles and how everything goes, so I was just trying to
Mm-hmm.
make the most of my time. But I think we had a great team. We did what we wanted to do. One game away, like I said, if we don't drop one of those games, we're in the playoffs, and maybe again my career changes.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
But still, we're talking about this is a tough league, man.
yeah, yeah,
so averaging like the thing is NBA now or whatever they're making all these averages look, you know, they're not making sense anymore. But averaging 10 points in the top, in
yeah,
France
yeah, yeah.
top league, that bro, that's people don't understand how hard it is.
Yeah, yeah, it's
If
not
I
easy. It's
can,
definitely not easy.
it's
Especially if you get 5 to 7 shots a game, it's not easy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You said 5 to 7 shots. You have to make four of them to be relevant. To stay
Yeah,
relevant.
exactly. That's it.
No, that it is it. If you don't do that, bro, all of a sudden it's gonna be like, oh yeah, they're gonna
hmm
start looking somewhere else.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
and now okay, then Poland 2 years. I guess the first one was interrupted with Corona,
Yeah, yeah.
the COVID.
COVID that first year, yeah.
But yeah, you balled out that first. What
Yeah.
made you go to Poland after France?
So this
Since
was
I mean, you're in the
yeah,
best
this
league now, and yeah,
I'm scratching my head about this one still. But this is where it goes to, who's your agent, who you're connected
yeah,
with. All of this stuff is like, and I try to stress this, telling people when I talk about my story, it's like who you align yourself with is the most important. And are they really working for you
yeah,
the way that they say they are?
hmm
So unfortunately, the agent that I had, he wasn't a big time agent, but he worked his butt off to get me to those
okay.
spots before. And at that time, he was just deciding he didn't want to be an agent anymore. And
Hold on,
my
is this
head,
after the Bulazak season?
this is like so during that Bulazak season, after the season, he was telling me
Okay,
like, "Hey, I don't want to, be an agent anymore."
do this. Yeah,
And so I was like, he was like, he told me he could work with me part time, and I said, okay, like that's cool, like, but he's trying to go out, and my head is filling up. I was all star. I playing here. I made this much money.
Yeah.
You can't tell me nothing. And I'm like, I need somebody
Yes.
who's gonna be full time on my job. Like I need to
Exactly.
maximize. So I switched
Hmm.
agents. I
Okay.
switched agents like midway through the summer, a little bit later, and
Okay.
it was, I can say in hindsight, I mean, it wasn't a bad decision, but let's say like for my career, it wasn't the greatest, because I ended
How
up
do
in
you mean?
Poland.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so that agent
so,
that I switched to, he was a
yeah,
big time guy. He handled more bigger contracts and everything, and so I thought I was
yeah,
going to get a piece of that. But because he handled those bigger contracts, I was kind of on the back burner of his list.
yeah.
So I actually didn't get a job. So I actually got the job, the Poland job, from my agent that was not really an agent anymore. And
Okay.
so then, yeah, I ran into a little bit of trouble with that, but I ended up in Poland, and I can say like we can go into the future a little bit.
Yeah,
Like it was for the better because my fiance is Polish, and my life is kind of coming full circle, and I'm getting everything that I want to out of this career, out of this
yeah,
thing. So it was one of those moves where you're not sure what it's for or why it's happening, and then you don't realize until 7 years later, 8 years
years
later
later.
this is
You
why.
were, but you did I mean, still you getting a job, and of course this. I mean, after all this, at the same time, bro, the first Poland season, if you can put it that way, get stopped
Yeah.
by COVID, which not nobody saw coming, and
Nobody. Yeah.
exactly. And then you gotta pay. At least you got to stay. I guess you played the other year with them too, the year after.
Hmm.
So I don't know. You probably,
Yep.
if you were in Poland and at the time, if you stayed in Poland during COVID, or if you went back to the States, I don't know what you did. But
Yeah, no, I ended up going back after
yeah,
staying after that lockdown, I went back to the States. Uh,
okay, okay,
but that was a tough time because, nobody knew what was happening. So teams didn't know if they were
yeah,
supposed to pay the players or if they were supposed to, just let them go. And guys was just getting up and leaving before anything happened. It was a
yeah,
crazy times, crazy times.
yeah,
But I chose to
yeah,
stay because I wanted my money. So I just
yeah.
stayed
Of
holed
course.
up in the house.
So after, like you said, so yeah, we can talk about. I mean, life. Listen, we don't know. You definitely don't know what life had for you or whatever God had planned for you. And now, I mean, at the end of the day, you say your fiance now, so she's
Hmm.
from Poland, so can't complain about that.
Nah, not at
So,
all, not at all.
so, so things. So I guess now you're starting to look, where can I find a job that's around where,
Yeah, a little
those
bit, a
areas,
little
those
bit.
countries
Yeah,
that
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So which makes sense. And you did go to, so basically, exactly. So you've been in Poland basically since then. 1
Yeah,
year in Hungary,
yeah, yeah,
if I'm right.
yeah, yep. That's right,
Uh,
that's right.
exactly. So
Yeah. So let's
yeah, how
say I
was
can
that
stay
season?
in
Or
Hungary. So
just
I
a plain?
can,
Yeah,
yeah, I can say that like, it wasn't like I was trying to like those first couple of years in Poland. I still
yeah,
wanted to go out. I still wanted to have, get the maximum from my career, but
yeah,
it just wasn't there. Like it was like, now is Europe started to be picky. They say, oh well, he can only shoot the basketball, and which is
yeah,
crazy to me because around this time, like this FIBA Europe Cup, FIBA break time, where teams go off to
yeah.
the national team, every club is calling, hey, I need a shooter, I need a shooter. So it doesn't make sense to me, how they at the beginning of the season they're like, ah, yeah, not good enough. Oh no, we want something a little bit different. And then 2, 3 months later they call, hey man, it's not working out. Can you get out of that contract? Can you get this? So
Exactly.
I was kind of running into that. So, and like I said, I don't like to kind of go into things while they're going. I like to get there from the start and finish with the team. So that's kind
Yeah,
of been
yeah,
my
for sure.
MO. That's kind of been my MO. So I took the jobs that I knew that, okay, this team wants me. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do, and then we'll see what happens. And that
So
year in Hungary, like you said,
mhm.
like that was an interesting year. Hungary is a different league. It's
Yeah,
uh it's cool. It's a great league, like especially if you want to get up into the, better leagues in Europe. Let's say I would say Poland is a
yeah.
better league than Hungary. But it's a great feeder league. So if you want to start out your career and you got a contract in Hungary, it's a great spot to go. You go get your
Okay,
stats, play good basketball. But it was a little bit different. So that was my first year that I actually came off the bench a little bit.
okay.
Yeah,
How
and that
was that
was
adjustment
yeah,
after
that was
now you
mentally that
get
was
older?
tough.
I guess
Yeah,
it
mentally it
was.
was
I can
tough
imagine.
because I'm still at this time I'm what 29, I believe 30. And I'm like, yeah, I'm basically in my prime. I can do everything that these young
Yeah.
cats can do, and I'm scoring and practicing and doing everything. But the coach saw it better that I came off the bench. So mentally was a battle before every game. I had to figure out a new
Mm-hmm.
routine for coming off the bench.
Yeah, I can
Mentally, I had
imagine.
to be in the right space, and then I kind of just I'm gonna say it like this, man. Like I turned it into, okay, I don't have to start, so I don't have to really play the game the right way. Now my role is I could just come in and just get up
Guns
shots.
blazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
was that was my mentality, and it worked, it worked. For half the season I was the leading scorer of the team, and then we started to kind of shift. Teams started to kind of understand that I was a scorer out there, and even
Yeah.
in Champions League, and then still like did my job, I adjust and then come to the finals and I'm back to doing what I need to do and scoring what I need to score, and it was interesting. We won the championship that year in Hungary and
Oh, y'all
in
did.
Champions League. Yep, yep. And in Champions
Okay.
League, I don't remember how I think we might have even made it. Nah, we just played that first round that year. But still, it was a good experience.
I mean, damn. So, okay, after all this, now you actually won a champ. You
Yeah,
actually
so I
won a
so I
chip.
went and I went
So,
and won a championship. And the crazy thing is before that, the year before when I was in Legia Warsaw, so my third year in Poland, we
yeah.
won second place in Poland.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we
yeah,
got
you
second
were
place in
Legia.
Poland. So I was hungry for a championship at this point. So now I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I got the stats, I got the spot in Europe, let's say like
Yeah.
solidified and second
For
place.
sure.
And I was like, okay, I wanted to go back to the team and run it back. But it was
Mm-hmm.
just a financial thing, like we
Yeah, for
couldn't
sure.
agree. So I went to Hungary and got my championship. And then after they decided to bring me back to that team.
Yeah, exactly. I saw that Legia brought you back. How did that season
Yeah,
go when they brought you back? Since now you actually got the chip.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. So now I came back, and that season was interesting. The president of the team, he had big goals, big expectations,
okay.
and we had a monster team, uh, but we just couldn't really like get it together. And that was another
Yeah.
challenge for me because half of the season, up until let's say I would say like February,
Yeah.
I'm playing 28 minutes a game, 25 minutes a game. Everything's going smooth. We're good in the standings. We're not where we want to be, but we're right there. Like all we just need to just click at the right time. And I
Yeah.
understand this, and the coach understands this, but the president doesn't. So he's making changes. He changes the coach. We change some players. We
Yeah.
add another player. And all of a sudden, with this new coach, and I still won't figure this out to this day. My minutes just start to drastically drop.
Bro, that's the game
So
right there,
we
man. We haven't
we
talked about it
we
that much this episode, but that's the thing.
nah, and this is how it goes. And it's like we went from winning the cup. We won the cup, the
Yeah.
the Polish Cup, and playing 28 minutes. I think I played like 28 minutes a game there. I probably average in those three games close to 14 points or something like that. I was on track to be the
Yeah.
MVP of the cup, right? So I'm playing
Okay.
great. Everything's going well. The last game, I didn't make any shots, but that was the team's goal to make sure that I don't shoot the ball. But we
Yeah,
still
sure.
won. But we still won anyway. So I did my job. If they're worried about me, now they got more
Yeah,
driving lanes for the guards and everything like that.
exactly.
So I'm
Yeah.
doing my job, right? And like I said, after that, my minutes just drastically dropped. It was like, we'd go play. Now I'm playing 20 minutes. Then the next game I play like 16. Then the next game like
Oh my.
10. The next
Hey,
game like 11. And then we get to the playoffs, and I'm like, 6 minutes?
what's, what the hell's
You
going
got
on?
like, yeah, I still don't know. Like I still don't know
Uh,
what happened.
that's the business.
I don't know what the rotations were. I don't know why we did that. All I know is I'm 100%
You balling.
confident if I'm in the game, if I'm playing the normal minutes, like we at least get to the finals again.
Yeah. Now
But
that's probably some behind this, under the table bullshit where somebody said, "Oh, listen, you gotta play this guy more or whatever it is." It is a
you know how it
business call
goes.
that if they just exactly when they just
It's definitely
minutes,
business.
and they can say, coaches always trying to make it sound like it's basketball, bro. But
Sometimes
hey,
they
I need you to do this more, or you should
yeah, yeah,
try
yeah.
doing that. Fuck that, no. It's all man. They know
No,
what they're
no.
doing.
That's it. That's the truth. The worst is when you're on the end of the bench and you know that you're gonna play like 10 minutes a game, and the coach
Oh
comes
yeah.
down to you. He's like, "Be ready, be ready, be ready. You gotta be ready. I'm
Nigga,
gonna need you. I'm
yeah.
gonna need you." Yeah, sure. All right,
Really,
whatever.
nigga? Actually, I swear that happened to me one season. Bro, like, for some reason, he was always fucking with me in practice and all that. Like, so he can basically justify for not playing, nigga.
Hmm.
And then, and that was the first time, too, like, for me, when got older, all of a sudden, I feel good, but now bro, you have me out here you have me on the bench, and then you expect me to come in at the age of 28, 9, give you the greatest defense ever. Like after I've been on the bench for like this many minutes, like yo,
Yeah,
what are we doing? Bro, I left his
yeah.
ass, man. Shit. I was like, no. In the middle of every playoff, I was like, you know what? Yo, I'm not one of your guys, so we don't need to act like, you know, I'm gonna become one of your guys. You know what?
Yeah. It's a
You
business.
can
We
give those
understand.
5, 10 minutes to another youngster,
Yep.
and I'm gonna do me.
Yep.
Straight up,
Yep. Yep.
like that's what it was. But it's weird. It's weird. At least the communication should be straight. Like they should at least keep that. Be honest
Yeah.
about that part when they do that.
Yeah.
We grown men, So, but
Exactly.
you've been so
Exactly.
you've been. So Poland was that's been your stop. Exactly. I saw that
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
MKS basically. That's MKS.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
played for them last year.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, how did that last year? I don't know how it went. And then
Yeah. Last year was crazy. Last year was wild.
oh,
So
oh, it
it was
was.
another year. So after, so another small like story inside the stories.
Yeah,
That year, when my minutes started to go down, earlier in
yeah,
the year, I think around November, I signed a contract with the 1+1. So I signed a contract to finish. So I signed a contract at the beginning of the season.
yeah.
And then November, I signed another contract with a 1+1. So for the next season and 2026,
Exactly.
this season. And
Yeah,
the team had the option for the last year. And so then I was also extremely surprised when my minutes started to drop. So then they changed the
okay.
coach. We lost in the first round of the playoffs. Summer comes around. I'm getting ready to come back to the team. I'm like, okay, I know where I'm going to play. I know how everything is going to be. And I know like the ins and outs, right? I know I got it. Like,
Yeah,
cool. And the
exactly.
coach, the new head coach calls me and he calls me into the office. And I'm like, cool,
Yeah,
like, all right, let's get this going. I think I'm about to be
yeah.
like LeBron and be able to play GM a little bit and kind of like,
Hey, let's
help
talk
pick the
about it.
team.
What we want.
Yeah. So I thought this was gonna happen, man, and I got to the office and
Yeah,
coach gives me the oh, so you like it here? I love it. Oh yeah, you see yourself here? Yes, of course. I got starting a business setup and everything, and my life is here. My fiance's from here. We want to stay. Like everything is beautiful. I love it. And he says,
Okay.
well, okay, but that's unfortunate because we're not going to be able to use you. And we want to
Ha.
cut your contract. And I'm like, yo, I got stability. Like everybody
I
knows
mean,
that in this overseas game, like you
no,
rarely sign a 2 year deal. And I had the year that we're playing plus one. After that, like
exactly.
I'm stable. I'm ready to set up life in Warsaw. I'm ready to try to buy an apartment, all of this stuff,
Yeah,
and just set up my life. And they throw this
basically.
curveball. And now my stats are looking funny. People are wondering why I'm not playing so much at the end of the season. Now I got to try to find a job. And
Oh
so then I end
shit.
up in MKS. So
Okay,
that's how that
okay.
happened. Yeah, it was a while, but
So Legia, so this Legia situation, basically they were unstable. I mean,
yeah, yeah.
from the beginning, they made you for some reason go to Hungary, if you could put it that way, and then and
Yeah.
then
They kind of, they like wishy was this
yeah,
way, this way, this way. But
really,
that's where
it
I
really,
wanted to stay. Capital of Warsaw. I wanted to be there, but it didn't work out that way. So
exactly.
I went to Dumbrova, another coach that was a shooter, that liked shooters. He wasn't a shooter, but he liked shooters. And
Okay.
I'm like, okay, they did solid, so we'll see. Had it terrible. I had the worst half of my career in this season. Like, I mean, bad. I'm talking about at the beginning of the year, I'm talking about I'm shooting 22%, 25% from three. Still averaging 14 points again, though, mind you. But my shooting
But still,
percentage is not there. But now at this point, I'm known as a shooter. So if I'm not making shots,
yeah, no,
they're like, what's going on? It didn't matter that I was
yeah,
still
exactly.
averaging, 14 points a game. It was like, you're not making shots and we're
Yeah,
not
exactly.
winning.
We need to see those threes. Like we need to see
Yeah.
these threes fall. So
It was a crazy situation, small town. And then, mentally I was like, we can't go out like this. My agent was like, hey, do you want to leave? Even the team kind of was like, hey, they asked me, we might have to cut you. And I'm like, you're gonna cut me at this stage? Like I'm the best that you got. I'm leading this team that's going. I'm the most stable guy that you
yeah,
got. And I couldn't believe it. So I was like, okay, well, what I'm gonna do? Should I leave and go somewhere else? Should I
yeah,
stay and try to figure this thing out? We all know that, like I said before, I don't like to leave teams or I don't like to start something
mid season.
somewhere
So
else mid seasons, all that stuff. I don't like it. So I decided to stay mentally. My fiance helped me. We turned that season around. Ended up hitting
yeah,
a couple game winners, being clutch time player, kept the team in the league. Uh, and I think I
okay.
don't know, I brought my 3 point percentage up to something respectable at least. But that was one of the toughest seasons for me, uh, just as far as like shooting and playing and just being there. I don't know why. It just happens like that,
About
Let's say
maybe
like out of
maybe you were 33, but so now your body's like, yo, you know what? I might need a little extra
yeah,
reps, something like that.
yeah. I think it was
So
just some rest. I think that
yeah,
a lot of players, I've been doing this for so long at a high level,
yeah,
mentally locked in, and I think that that was my time where it was just like mentally, all right, you kind of need a reset. And I
yeah.
accepted it. Turned it around. Like I said, like I mean, I got some crazy end of the games in that year. Uh, so where it's
Now,
like I feel like I had the key to the city. I even
yeah,
had this. I even
to that level.
yeah, I had this sequence. Basically the game that locked us
Yeah.
to stay in the league. We come down,
Okay.
we run a play, elevator screen. I hit the three.
Yeah.
Scramble back, they got about 15, 16 seconds to play on offense. I end up on the ball handling. Now, they don't know me. I'm not known for my defense, but
Yeah.
I know that I can
You
play.
can play.
I know that I can do
Exactly.
this. So I knocked down a three and I ended up getting the stop 1-on-1. Boom. We win the game. That was to lock us in. And I was like, not too
Yeah.
many players get to have a sequence like that. And we
No, no, no.
solidified we we solidified
That's no
staying in
matter
the
when you can do
league.
that.
Yeah, so that was a big time moment. I'm always gonna remember that. That was dope. You know.
Okay, okay. And now exactly, and now you in Sopot. I don't know what city that is, but you're in Poland. You're there now. You're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, they might as well get you that passport so you can play this. I don't know, Eurobasket 2027 at least. Get something. Shit,
I
they
don't
got
know
Jordan.
about that, but I'm definitely working on the
Uh,
passport. But I don't know about the
yeah,
Eurobasket. But
they got Jordan Lloyd and out there looking like Michael Jordan, bro.
yeah,
So.
yeah, yeah. He got it. Jordan Lloyd got it. That boy can ball.
Oh shit! Okay, now but so and now this season is have started off basically how many games? I saw y'all played some games
Yeah, yeah. We
and
played the FIBA Europe Cup in the regular season. Right now we're at the top of the standings in Poland, and we also made it to the second round in FIBA Europe Cup. So now in this round, we're actually going to play my old team in Hungary, Falco. We're actually going to
okay.
play Murcia team out of Spain and another good German team, Rostock, in this next FIBA Cup round. So it should
So
be interesting.
year 13. How do you? I mean, listen, you doing your job, but and I guess as a for me, I mean, so for some players, from what I heard, like the older they get, the more they love the game. More like, are you at that point now? Like now, I mean, of course, you got to get the bag, but it's now you really playing with passion. At some point, I can imagine was just an automatic thing, like just this is you, this is what you do. But now, when you get older, you know it's your last years. It's
Hmm.
like, do you appreciate it more and?
I
Exactly. And
think
how do
so.
you actually stay on top of still stay in great shape? Like,
Yeah, man. I think so. I think so. I think a lot of things that people don't talk about when you start to play at these older ages is
yeah,
mentally. Like I said, like let's say like last season, let's say mentally, I felt like I needed a break. That's the biggest part, man. Like
yeah,
you've been doing this for so long, it's same routine. Like every season is different, but it's still the same. Same road
yeah,
trip, same travel, same practices.
exactly.
Um,
Buses, hotels,
so
whatever.
yeah, so the motivation is definitely tough. That's when you just have to be dedicated. But like you said, like I'm in love with the game. Like
Yeah.
I'm starting to teach basketball now here to the Polish youth, and then also
Okay.
for guys that's coming around. But every day, every game day, I'm talking. I'm trying to be that positive guy in the locker room, that positive guy during practice, and just making sure that I just give everything. And then after that, like it's to be honest, it's just me trying to make sure that I don't look like I'm 35 on the court.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Of course. Yeah, that's basically the first thing, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's like
Just shit.
as long as I don't look like I'm 35, if you guessed at my age, you say 31, 20, 29, 30. Okay, I'm
I'm
doing a
straight.
good job.
Good.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, but you keep shooting. I mean, listen, that's what they say, man. Listen, shooters can play longer. You know what I say? So at least you keep that going, stay in shape. You're gonna play. You're gonna be able to play to I don't know 38 probably something or not, if not 40.
I think so.
But
My
of
goal
course,
is
then
to have my kids see me play while they're coherent to watch me play. So like not
I
when
got
they're, one or two, at least got to be like three. And
yeah, you
we
know
don't
what's
have
going
any,
on.
yeah, and we don't got any, there's no bun in the oven. So I got to keep it going for a while.
Oh no, yeah, I got you. I got you. No, but listen, listen. This, thank you for joining me on this episode. But this been one hell of an episode, to be honest. And
Hey, I
your
appreciate it,
story is
man.
definitely, for sure. You still going. That's the greatest part about it,
Yeah.
about it. And your story's been really. See what you're from the States. I mean, of course, listen, the NBA is like, you see that, you have that thrown in your face every day, bro. So, when that dream low key gets taken away from y'all, I can imagine, honestly, it's 10 times tougher than it was when it was taken away from me, for example. Because you're right there, you're in the States. You know what I'm saying? We at least we're
Yeah,
over here. I mean, it's not like we can watch the games just in our regular day lives. Right now, we actually stay up at night. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really hit
yeah.
us like that. So as you can feel when you're in Poland now, but you had all that, and your especially your high school, college, like it was going like this, but then
Hmm.
it's like when you get hit with those adversities, of how do you come back? Because you could just be like, I'm just gonna stay here in the States and I don't know, maybe become a high school coach or whatever, trainer or something like that. But you really kept that shit going when the lights were. They weren't even on.
There
The
was
lights
no
weren't even on,
lights.
bro. So there was no lights, bro. Straight up, like just working out. You actually did get into the regular grind, working out. When you
Yeah.
just you were helping your man coach in the mornings, stuff
Hmm.
like that. So it was this close to who knows.
Yeah.
And
Who
now
knows
you're
where I
in
would be
Poland.
now?
You know what I'm saying? Now
Yeah,
you're in
yeah,
Poland, still hooping. So
yeah.
that's this is a really inspiring story for. I hope the younger audience listen out there that they can definitely learn from this episode. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, hey, that's one thing. That's one thing I want. I want them to learn as much as they can. And I'm at the point now where I want to give as much game as I can. So
Yeah,
like if anybody, wants to hit me up, they can hit me up about anything. The trials, how to deal with different coaches, different situations. Like I'm all about giving out all to the game. Like I said, I'm teaching the Polish youth, but
yeah.
I'm also gonna have some stuff here. Like I don't mind if you mind me plugging that, but yeah, I
No, no,
started a
keep going.
company. Yeah, I started my
Yeah.
company out here and training. And we're gonna have, like I said, most of it we start with the Polish youth, but it's also a place where professionals can come. And if you're coming through Europe or a lot of guys want to stay, you don't you're not going home, and you
Yeah,
come through Warsaw, you can hit me up. We get in the gym, get some work in, get a good American feel, and then I'm gonna start to try to
yeah,
get some pickup. I know we talked about it's hard to find some pickup games, but
yeah.
I'm gonna start to
Tough.
start that culture out here, and then just change basketball a little bit out here. Just get it more like, let's say if I can't be in America, then I can
Yeah.
kind of make a
You
little
can. We can.
mini American basketball feel out here.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's really dope. Do y'all have like you said you started or it's already started? Like, do you have links
Right
or
now, no, no.
anything
Right
that
now,
you could?
there's right
No.
now there's no links. It's just me. So if you just hit me up, but we will have
All
a
right.
there will be a website that's gonna have all like camp information for the youth from 9 to 17. We're gonna have a series of camps this summer, and then there'll be
Okay.
also a series of individual trainings and group sessions all throughout the summer in Warsaw. And those links will
Okay.
be
Okay.
coming up in about a month.
No, no, no. Really dope, man. And yeah, since you mentioned that, listen, we're gonna promote that in
I
this
appreciate it,
platform
man.
for you, for sure, for sure. No, we're trying to teach. It's all about teaching and giving out. Give
Yeah.
as much as possible. So anything, whatever you got going, like I said, yeah, people gonna know in the upcoming videos, probably in a month or two, y'all gonna see some of this promotion, I guess.
Okay. Nah,
Yeah, we
cool,
promote
cool.
everybody that comes in. So, but yo, thank you for taking your time, man. It's been really dope, man. Listen, hearing your story, and really happy, and you're really strong mentally,
Yeah.
for sure. Like to be able to keep this game going for so long because it's tough to be. This job is tough itself, just having it, and then yeah, getting through it season for season.
Yeah,
13
yeah,
years, yeah,
yeah,
that's
man.
something.
Yeah,
So,
it's a lot. It's a lot. No, I appreciate you for finding me,
nah,
man, because that's, it's
nah, nah.
we gotta tell more stories like this, and we definitely gotta help the youth and try to help people navigate these waters over here and
Yeah,
have be as successful as possible.
for sure, for sure. So, guys, give it up to Raymond Cowels the third.
Appreciate it, man.
Peace out.
All right, Blake.